Boom! It's the CypherTalk. And it's been a year since we actually started this, Andrew. So Andrew's cheering right now. You might not be able to hear him. But me and Andrew started this podcast last year. And we're still doing it. So thank you for all the listeners out there. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. If you're not new and been here for a while, then thank you for listening. I'm starting to sound like a radio show host or something, but we have Vini up in here.
Hello.
The newly crowned blue belt, right? What was that like, man?
Oh, mercy. It was awesome. It was an accomplishment of 3 years of what I call hard work. Well, maybe not the first year, but the last 2 years anyways. But yeah, it was a nice little goal accomplishment, and just can't wait to get on that new journey and start working towards my purple. But that's years from now.
What are the levels? Because I don't know exactly the levels of belt progression in Jiu Jitsu.
Adult-wise, it goes white belt, blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, black belt, and black belt with a red stripe, and then eventually red belt, grandmaster.
Red belt, yo. Did you ever see that movie with who's in that? It's that I forget the guy's name, but there's a movie called Red Belt. And did you ever watch 12 Years a Slave?
No, I can't say I did.
No, okay, never mind. It was a trippy thing where this guy had, like, I don't know. Maybe you'll watch it someday, but it's an interesting movie, and it's like, oh, you get the red belt, oh, whatever. Anyways, so we have to talk about UFC, the next one coming up with Cormier versus Johnson. I'm just gonna look through the card real quick. But what do you think about those two headlining that event?
It's been a while since their last fight. Anyway. And you got to think about who's been on a tear since. Cormier defended his belt, won the belt, then defended it against Gustafsson, and then hasn't fought since. Oh no, he beat Anderson Silva at UFC 200 catchweight fight.
Mm-hmm.
Cormier, on the other hand, has been on a tear, and such a tear of just devastating knockouts. Like I don't think any of his last opponents have gone past the first round on it.
Oh, didn't Anthony Johnson uppercut Glover Teixeira?
Just laid him out
in like the first 10 seconds or something like that.
Not the first 10 seconds.
Like 20?
First minute, I'll say maybe 2 minutes. I gotta watch that fight again, but that was one of those things where I was even getting iffy on it because I had put my money on Teixeira for that one, but I didn't think he was going to try and stand and bang. I thought he was going to utilize his wrestling and jiu-jitsu more, and he didn't. And yeah, he got hit with an uppercut and laid. His tooth went missing.
Oh,
his tooth went missing. Yep, he got a tooth knocked out actually.
Oh, that was crazy. I was like, I picked Glover for that fight. And my brother's like, you're stupid. And after that, I felt like I was stupid. I was like, oh, shit.
You aren't the only one, trust me, man.
You can't, it's so hard to bet on MMA fights. It's just like, you know how they say that the MMA math, it doesn't make sense. Like, no. And sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does, but it's just so unpredictable. And for you guys who don't know, we're going to be talking about MMA and like fighting stuff in this podcast. So, just letting you guys know, because most of the time we have street dancers on.
Yeah, no B-boys and whatnot.
And we talk
Shouts
about
out
history.
to the B-boys though.
Yeah, no, for sure. But this is another thing that I like to talk about at least. And you're one of the people that it's like a credible source that I could go to. But what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And you're like, yes. And so I know the information is going to be it's going to be worthy to listen to.
Appreciate it.
Anyways, who else is on that card? Chris Weidman versus Gegard Mousasi.
Interesting fight. Very good fight. Yes. Gegard's got the better striking. Submission-wise, could go to either one. Weidman, top-notch wrestler. Great jiu-jitsu. Gegard, underrated ground game. Got probably one of the better ground games out of all the middleweights, to be honest.
Didn't he beat Vitor Belfort
Gegard?
a few
fights ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, everyone's knocking out Vitor.
Yeah.
Gastelum. Kelvin Gastelum just knocked out Vitor Belfort. You know what I mean?
And it looked like Kelvin Gastelum looked really, really good, or Vitor looked really bad. I don't know.
Both, I'll say, because Vitor threw his flurries. You know what I mean? You thought at one point he was gonna, get the KO because he landed a 1-2 here and there, but I was just waiting for that chin to go, and yeah.
What do you think about Gastelum moving up to like 185, or if he's gonna stay at 185, what do you think about him at that weight class?
It's probably the best decision for him. He could never make 170. Like when you miss weight that much, when you have to go to the hospital because you're cutting down to that weight, like come on, man. And you're feeling like he walks around probably like 190 or something. You know what I mean? And he cuts down just to 185, and he's looking fine at it. Doesn't gas out, doesn't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He's got gas in the tank for days at 185. He beat up Tim Kennedy.
Tim Kennedy gassed out, but like for the first time or something. That's what I heard. I haven't seen other Tim Kennedy fights, but he looked really tired.
Yeah, he was probably tired. It was a long layoff for him, right?
What do you think about Hendricks as well, Johnny Hendricks at 185? Because he had a fight against Hector Lombard, I think, and he looked pretty good.
He did look pretty good.
But he had that kind of like a dad bod going on at 185, right? Like a little bit. Like we met Johnny Hendricks. He seems like a nice guy and everything. But
yeah. He's got like that dad bod shit. I think he's just straight up too small. But at the same time, I don't think he can cut down to 170 anymore. Mm-hmm. He's kind of old. You know what I mean?
Do you think there should be like more weight classes?
Definitely
in the UFC.
There was a fighter that was actually saying that. I was reading on BJPenn.com. Can't remember the name of the fighter, but he was saying that there should be fucking weight classes in between and whatnot for those, that can't make that actual weight.
Speaking of BJ Penn, did you see his fight against Yair Rodriguez?
You know what?
Man.
I didn't realize how old he was, but he gave her. You know what I mean? He gave her against a young up and comer with flashy, flashy shit. So
that was kind of brutal to watch, but at the same time,
it was. I was hurt.
Yeah, Yair was like, I picked Yair to win that, but
I picked Penn. I really did. I thought
you wanted to see Penn,
yeah, exactly.
do good though, but you wanted to, yeah.
That's all the reason why I did it. Just on paper, it just seemed like the right thing to do.
And his chin looked pretty damn strong too. Like he didn't even go out. Like he just I think the referee just stopped it because he was taking a lot of punishment.
Oh yeah, he wasn't giving up. Fuck no.
Yeah, no, it was just like
if you look at what he was trying to do with his legs, he was actually trying to transition, like from moving one leg to another, pushing off his kneecaps, the dude's kneecaps, so he can try and get into guard or something. Mm-hmm. But ref stopped it. So what are you gonna do?
I think he's going to be fighting again.
He is. I can't remember against who, but it's coming up soon.
That's crazy, hey? Like, I think his trainer wants him to stop or, would be supportive of him, like, retiring or whatever, but...
Just let the man fight. Let him fight.
Because I don't think he needs money. Does he seem like he's from a well-off family or, like, he has money?
Wouldn't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's got his own academy, a couple academies. Mm-hmm. He runs the UFC gym in Hawaii, so...
Yeah, it just seems like, why is he still fighting? Maybe he just enjoys it too much, or
misses it.
Challenge. Or
a lot of fighters, leave and come back just for that reason. I mean, Tito Ortiz quit how many times? You know what I mean? This is it for me. Comes back. I'm better than ever.
Did you think his fight with Chael Sonnen was?
Loved it.
You loved it. You didn't think it was rigged?
Nope.
Oh, really? Okay.
Not one bit. I'm a huge Tito fan. I've said it before. I'm a huge Tito Ortiz fan, and damn, that was probably the best Tito Ortiz I saw in like a long time.
Because it was done in the first round.
Yeah, it was done in the first round. See, Tito's always had an underrated ground game too, and that just went to show. He had that chokes deep on. You got to look at Chael Sonnen's face, man. He was red as a tomato there, man. Red as a tomato, man.
Chael Sonnen. Did you see some of the promo stuff for that?
Oh, yeah.
Like Tito Ortiz grabbing a juice box. He's like, "This is you, Chael," and then he crushes it or something. It was so WWE, like the way they promoted stuff,
stating that he was on the steroid juice and whatnot. That's what that was about. But that was funny too, though. WWE style.
So do you watch a lot of the Bellator
when I can, like the one that their first pay-per-view or whatever the case may be, it's gonna have Sonnen versus Silva.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Vanderlei Silva versus
Vanderlei
Silva.
Yeah.
I'm
like, which Silva? There's like thousands of Silvas.
Yeah, that's true. I should have been more specific.
I was like, yo, which Silva are you talking about, man? Like,
Vanderlei
is that Bigfoot?
Silva.
No, what?
And Fedor Emelianenko and Matt Mitrione supposed to be on that card too.
And hopefully it goes through this time. Like, I I heard wasn't that supposed to happen before? And then like Matt Mitrione like had kidney stones or some shit.
Yeah. Tried to fight with the kidney stones and yeah.
And the sorry, I shouldn't even be talking about Bellator that much because I haven't really watched it. I just hear about it like through the grapevine or whatever.
Right.
But that's just on Spike, right?
Spike.
Oh, so it's
It's their new home. Used to be MTV, but now it's Spike.
Is it? So this one's gonna be a pay-per-view?
Yeah, that's what they're working towards. 'Cause it's supposed to be in New York, Madison Square Garden.
Oh, okay.
So it makes sense. Madison Square Garden. Why not try and do a pay-per-view?
Yeah, that does make sense. And they've been signing a lot of like great talent recently, right? Like with Rory McDonald and
Huge talent right there. That and him and Paul Daly is going to be a banger. Him and Paul Daly is going to be a banger in England. Whew.
Like who else is in there? Michael Venom Page, is he in Bellator?
Nah, man, Venom. Wait. No, yeah, I thought he was in. Yeah, he's in Bellator right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in Bellator. It was the other guy, Will Brooks, that used to be Bellator, that went to UFC right away.
I think Lorenz Larkin recently signed with
Larkin is
Bellator.
That's actually a huge grab. He's an underrated guy. He's got deadly strikes.
So what did you think about the Holly Holm and Jermaine Durandame fight? Because there's some controversy around that one.
Yeah, just because the after bell punches, right?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Durandame just boom. Like I hear the bell, but let's keep going.
Like I don't even, you know what I mean? I see amateur fights, man, whether it be Thai boxing or boxing or amateur MMA. And these guys are just amateurs and they don't swing the extra swing. You know what I mean? It may happen on like the rarest of occasion, you know what I mean? And but 2 times, what was it? 2 times in one fight?
Yeah, it was 2 times. Yeah.
Like, come on. Even then, as a professional, maybe 1 time, maybe just the 1 time, maybe. But 2 times? Come on. That's
and she got Holly Holm got rocked that one time.
Yeah, exactly.
After that, it's like,
exactly. I think I don't know. My opinion, I believe she thought she was down on points and just rocked her, and tried to soften her up type stuff.
I think the referee should have taken at least 1 point off.
Agreed.
Like for sure.
Agreed.
Which would have changed the whole like decision of the fight because it was
might have even been a draw.
Yeah.
Might have even been a draw.
So if it was a draw, who would the belt go to?
Nobody.
It'd be like boo. Like,
yeah,
nobody gets the belt.
It'd be a straight boo.
Just give it to Cyborg. She's just like on the side, just like give it to her.
You might as well. She forfeited her Invicta title. She's no longer Invicta featherweight title champion. So she's like knocking on that door right now, man.
There's like quite a bit of crazy things happening in I guess the MMA world. One being that the lightweight title is like kind of like what it's floating like somewhere weird, right? Like Conor McGregor is the champion, but then he's not.
There's
like,
this Mayweather thing going down, and then yeah.
And you said that the Mayweather thing wasn't gonna happen. If I remember that correctly.
Yeah. I said it. If who knows if it even still will, man.
Yo, man, I think it was just the money that was the thing. It was like, this is a huge money thing, and then otherwise, if it wasn't that, I don't think they would have.
Could be a huge money thing.
Like if McGregor lost against what's his name, Eddie Alvarez, I don't think they would have thought of making the fight happen.
No, not at all.
Not as much as like now, like they're considering it a lot, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. They're considering it a lot because Mayweather's been teasing it a lot. So is McGregor, and now all of a sudden Dana White wants to be like, oh, it's very possible at this point, and it's like, come on, fuck off. Sorry, pardon my language. Sorry.
You could swear, man.
I know, it's just it's ridiculous.
And it's I was really disappointing to see Khabib not make weight for that.
Damn.
That was gonna be the craziest lightweight fight ever.
Nobody was looking forward to what was the other title fight? What was it? Woodley and Thompson on the same card?
It was just because it was like, to a lot of people. Yeah, it was the same. It was
Ferguson and Khabib has like been talked about for a while now. You know what I mean? Since they were both top 10, it's been talked about, and I don't know what's gonna go on with that Russian's life, man. But he's got to make some changes. Like you look on UFC Embedded, he was eating like tiramisu cake.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Dude was eating tiramisu cake, man. It's like, are you not taking this seriously?
That was like was it Charles Oliveira, where like a week before his fight or something, he took a picture with his family at McDonald's.
No.
Yeah, and then that's the one he missed weight on, and then he lost to like Anthony Pettis or something like that. I don't know. I forget. But yeah,
that's horrible.
It was.
That's horrible, man.
It was the McDonald's.
Do you have to make weight for your jiu-jitsu stuff?
Unfortunately, yeah.
And so you cut weight, right? Like how much do you cut?
Depends on what I'm at. You know what I mean? Lately I've been walking around about 156, 157, which is whatever. You know what I mean? It's what I normally walk around at. I fight at anywhere between 145 and 144. That's with the gi on, right?
Okay.
So the day of the tournament or of a tournament, you got to go in and weigh yourself with the gi on, and you got to be between that weight. And yeah, you can't be over basically. And the gi is about 4 pounds, 3 to 4 pounds, depending. But yeah, I cut usually down to about what the heck? I think I cut down to about 139, 140.
Okay, so that's not too bad.
No. Then with my gi on, I usually weigh about 143, 144. So I'm always on the dot. I've never not once missed weight.
How many like weight classes are there in like jiu-jitsu tournaments? Again, you're educating me. I don't know any of this.
There's rooster weight. There's light feather. There's feather. There's lightweight, middleweight, cruiserweight, heavyweight, medium heavy, super heavy.
And then like what?
Oh, and ultra heavy.
Ultra.
There is an ultra heavy. There is an ultra heavy class. I kid you not.
And what? That just sounds funny to me.
You know, these are big dudes, but some of these guys, like some of these ultra heavy guys, they float like water, man. They move like water. It's just insane.
What's the poundage of like these weight classes?
Man,
like, is there a lot of pounds between each weight class, or is it not really, like maybe 10 or something, or
about 10 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to understand that the dudes going into these weight classes are also cutting weight, or some of them are just naturally big and just, you know, walking around at that, just naturally freaking big, and just do it, you know what I mean? Because they don't feel the need to cut the weight.
But then you weigh in the day of, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so that is it like in the morning or like?
Yep, right when you get there.
Okay.
Right when you get there, you check your name off the list, and they tell you to get on the scale, and yeah, they let you know if you're on point. If you ain't on point, all that training, the money you put in, disqualified. You ain't getting none of it back.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
And do you have to pay your way into a tournament? Like,
heck yeah.
Okay. Like, I don't know anything.
Yeah, all good, man. But heck yeah, you got to pay your way into it. I've seen it happen too. Even at big tournaments, that's really disappointing. Like back in September, I did an international tournament in Toronto for the IBJJF. That's the International Brazilian Jiu Jitsu Federation. They're like the top notch, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're the top notch of you know, jiu-jitsu competitions, most recognized in the world anyway. But yeah, I was going up for weight, and one of the dudes in my weight class that was in my brackets did not make weight, was off by like 3-4 pounds, and the rest of us just looked at him in disgust. I mean, I wasn't trying to judge the guy, but it's like, you know what I mean? You know, the rest of us worked our asses off to get down to that weight, you know what I mean? There was even a guy in my brackets that was probably off by a pound, but like he weighed himself, like not for official weight, but like just to check his weight.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I seen him starting to do laps around the university. Like, oh shoot, he was covered in towels and all that. Like he ended up taking, the heck did he take? He took gold actually. Yeah, he beat me. He beat me in my first match, and then yeah, he went on to take the gold. But man, that's what I mean. That, you know, that dedication, and then you got a dude that's 3-4 pounds overweight trying to figure out what happened. It's like, you know what happened, man. You ate some fast food, or you didn't give a damn about your weight cut. You thought you were gonna make it easy, and you didn't.
So you have to be in between a certain weight, right? Like, so
yeah.
So for
you don't have to be on point. You know what I mean? You can be in between.
What's yours? Your weight class that you have to be like a certain weight, or like a in between a weight at?
Shoot, you know what? I'm gonna have to correct myself, because I said I cut down to about 139, and I don't. That's light feather. I'm featherweight. My weight is 144 to 1 145 to 154 and a half.
Okay.
Yes. So my apologies for that. Correcting myself. I was saying light featherweight, but I'm a featherweight. So yeah, that's what I would cut down to about 149, 150. And yeah, weigh myself in with my gi. I'd come in at 153, 154.
Okay.
So my bad on that, people.
Is it all good, man. Is it like a bracket style tournament? Okay.
Yeah, sometimes double elimination, sometimes single. All depends.
Double elimination. How does that work?
Okay, but there's only a certain amount of people in your bracket. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You might be able to say there's only 4 people.
Yeah.
Right. You lose your first match. Okay, you still got a shot to get third place against somebody.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Double elimination stuff.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Single elimination. If you got like a bracket of like 32 guys, yeah, you better hope you win your first match because the whole point now is to advance, right?
Yeah.
So one loss and you out there.
Now, do you? I was about to say, do you battle?
Long time ago.
Yo, do you compete in like gi and no gi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously you have to alter your style if you're doing that, right? Or do you have a particular style that doesn't involve the gi as much?
No, I'm all about the gi. Like I'll compete in no gi, but gi's where I started. Gi is what I love.
So in other words, if somebody picks a fight with you at the bar and they're wearing like a coat, they're gonna be messed up, right?
Yeah. Even if they were just wearing a shirt, they'd still get messed up. I got stand up too, son.
It's a tearaway. It's just like you grab it, it's like it just automatically comes off. I'm like, what the fuck?
What do you do then? Ric Flair him.
Just chop.
Woo!
Now we also talk about like whenever you're on. Well, you've been on once before, but we talked about WWE. I have not been. I haven't been keeping up with what's going on WWE. But
scandals.
What's going on, man?
Scandals.
Have you been keeping up with that?
Always. Told you I'm a big wrestling fan, man. Been one since as long as I can remember, man. Heck. But yeah, scandals. Sex tape leaked and all that. It's hilarity. It's hilarious.
There was that Hulk Hogan thing, which I didn't look into that much, but that was like a sex tape thing, right?
Yeah, Hogan's sex tape got released without his consent and all that, and you can no longer find it. Good luck with that. He won a lawsuit, so he got paid. Got paid. But this new WWE talent, her name is Paige. She's been around for a while, whatever. Yeah, she's her sex tape just went off the shelves type. It's like
they make divas different now, like WWE divas. Like when
no longer divas, man. Now it's superstars.
Oh, is it?
They are women superstars.
You're supposed to call them superstars? Women superstars? Okay.
They are now considered wrestlers. They are now with the elite of the men.
Okay. It's like we got to get politically correct on this.
I'm not even kidding you.
I appreciate that.
I wish I could make that up, but that's apparently the term for it now. It's superstars. Can't call them divas no more.
Well, I'm thinking back to when I used to watch a lot in like the WWE, like early 2000s and stuff like that.
Right.
And then you only have like maybe a few women enter the ring and like actually compete, like Trish Stratus or Lita.
Right.
Or I can't even think of a lot of them off the top of my head. But there was only like a few that were like, pretty good. And then now you have like all these women superstars coming up, and then they're like, oh man, and they look like, oh shoot, like there's so many.
I think they're solidified more as superstars now because the new generation of women wrestlers are more legit than the divas that you once saw in like the early 2000s, because a lot of them were like smoking hot bods, right? But the wrestling talent wasn't really there. They knew how to work the mic, they knew how to work the camera. They couldn't work the ropes. You know what I mean? Nowadays, you see these women wrestlers, man. Even in the indie circuit, some of the shit that these women wrestlers do, wow, it's insane, man.
Have you seen Tori Wilson lately? Like
no,
photos of her?
No,
she still looks really good. Like it's incredible.
Botox.
Andrew, in post, can you insert like a Tori Wilson photo?
Please do.
Didn't you insert a Big Show photo one time? Yeah, though. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's just something that I was like, what the?
Tori
Tori
Wilson.
Wilson.
Wow. Wow, good for her if she's still looking young.
She must at least be 40. Like,
Oh, yeah, she's got to be 40s, if not mid-40s. Something like that. She didn't have no fountain of youth, so, yeah. She aged like everyone else.
Just like Stacy Keibler.
Yeah,
Stacy
buddy.
Keibler.
That's the same.
She does still look the same, eh?
Yeah.
Shit.
It's the same.
Is the Undertaker still competing, or did he retire already?
He's got a match at WrestleMania. It's kind of funny. He's 51 and he's competing at WrestleMania.
Yo, I don't know, man. I don't know about like the Undertaker anymore. Like, cause with Ric Flair and stuff, like how Ric Flair kind of like I don't like it when they're like super old and they just still go on. It's just, can he still do stuff that he
can. He just needs to be in shape.
Okay.
Like he came back at the Royal Rumble, just looked fat, out of shape, like literally. he didn't even look like the Undertaker. He looked like some dude like trying to be the Undertaker for Halloween. And yeah, just looked out of shape. My opinion anyways. But yeah, they set up a storyline with him and Roman Reigns, so yeah, that's your matchup for WrestleMania.
Okay. Now is Roman Reigns is like one of the like I don't know the bigger stars that are coming through, right?
Yeah. Climbed up that ladder quite fast.
Who else are they pushing right now in WWE?
Oh man, good question.
Like is Brock Lesnar's pretty big still, right?
Yeah,
Is he
him and Goldberg's the main event for the title.
Oh, well, Goldberg's old too, man.
Yeah. I think this is just to like they brought Goldberg back in November, right? Survivor Series, he beats Lesnar in like under a minute. And you knew that storyline was just gonna get set up for other stuff. And now they're pushing a WrestleMania thing. So yeah. They gave Goldberg a title push, so they say, as they say in the business. A title push.
And with WWE, do they still have pay-per-views, or you have to like go to the like network or whatever, like the WWE?
You could go to the network. My opinion, it is cheaper to go through the network, just because you subscribe. I don't know, a year subscription is good for like the whole year of pay-per-views. You know what I mean? Whether you I'm getting mixed up with my words, as opposed to not having the network and paying $49.99 a pay-per-view or $59.99 at this point. Prices go up, but $59.99 per pay-per-view, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember back in the day, counterfeit like satellite. Just like,
it was the best. No, it was the best. I agree.
DirecTV. That was it for a while. That was
the one, buddy.
It was like, yeah, and then like when you get zapped, like when it doesn't work anymore, you're like,
get the codes. Got to get my codes, son. Get on the website, man. Fuck. Get that code and reboot my satellite. Yeah, those are the days, bro. 30 types of Spanish channels. Never seen something like that before. It was insane, man.
What are some other UFC fights that you're looking forward to seeing?
Man,
maybe I should look through the thing.
Please do, man, because I haven't been on that website lately. A little too much online gambling.
Like they have right now they're like in a bit of a hiatus from events, because usually there's like an event like every week or something, right? Like there's like
I know
like
it's been a while since I've seen any MMA.
So the next one is this UFC 210,
the Cormier Johnson card.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Right. Who else is on here? Thiago Alves versus Patrick Cote.
Really?
That looks kind of.
Dang, that's banger right there.
Yeah.
At 170 pounds.
That's not really.
Yep.
Oh wow, Alves is going back to 170.
So that looks kind of interesting. There's Will Brooks versus Charles Oliveira.
That should be a good one. That definitely should be a good one.
Yeah, and I think some of the other ones here are not that noteworthy. Seems like I'm dissing everybody else who's on the card, but like no, like
noteworthy.
Yeah, let's see who else is on. Let's see. I don't know how to navigate through this. Anyways, So what's the goal with you for jiu-jitsu? Are you just, is it more of like a recreational type thing? Do you want to compete more seriously,
I want to compete more seriously. That's the goal. That's the plan, right? Just to, like, there are hobbyists and then there are competitors. You know what I mean? Right now, I guess you could just call me a hobbyist because I haven't really trained in like almost a month. I've just had some shit going on, but yeah, I haven't trained in about almost a month, so that makes me a hobbyist at this point, as my teammates would call me. You're a hobbyist, Vin. But no, definitely the plan is to compete more. Trying definitely to compete more. I'll be competing at the Manitoba Open it's the second week of May. May, dang it, 13th, I want to say maybe. Dang it. Can someone look up when May 13th lands? If that lands on a Saturday, then that's the date.
Andrew?
But yeah, I'll be competing at the Manitoba Open. And I don't know if I'm contemplating it or not. I probably won't. There's this tournament in Alberta. It's you're grappling in the cage type. It's for a cash prize. It's for 16-man brackets. And the top 3 from each bracket go on to a pay-per-view later that night.
Ooh.
And compete for cash and all that. And my homeboy, shouts out actually to Alex Ross and Kyle Schofield. Kyle Schofield has a super fight on pay-per-view that night. And yeah, I got a couple buddies that are competing also in the tournament there, so I'm contemplating doing that. But if not, then May 13th. And then any other tournaments after that, if I can get to them and afford them.
What else was I going to talk about? I have to thank you for listening to me and Andrew's mixtape. We released it a while ago, like December 14th.
Nice.
But you had some feedback, and actually you always give me feedback on anything that I put out, so thanks for that, man.
I always got to listen, man. You know what I mean? My mind's got to expand. Can't just be watching that gutter TV.
You can't just watch women's superstars wrestling.
Can't just watch them, man. No. Got to expand my mind more.
What else is going on, man? I know it's been a while since we sat down and spoke. So, anything else new that's happened with you in your life, bro?
No, not a whole lot, man. You know, just working hard and trying to get back to training fast as I can. That's about it, man.
Do you still mess around with striking and stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, Monday begins boot camp for myself. I'm trying to get on the next K-Town Throwdown event in August. Shouts out Dave Zuninga, by the way. That guy, man, puts on for fucking amateur Winnipeg kickboxing for Winnipeg. Like, he puts on, man. And he puts on great fights. Like, that card yesterday, I don't think there was one bad fight, man.
Ooh, I got to check that out.
You got it, man. Yesterday, two actual fights broke out in the crowd, but yeah. Other than that, man, it was awesome. These K-Town events just get better and better. And yesterday was just a prime example. I think there was maybe 600 people, a little over 600 people for an amateur card. It was packed, yo. It was packed. There were people that weren't even sitting, that were just standing, you know what I mean?
Whoa.
It was nuts, man.
And where is this held?
In Kenora. At the Golden Eagle Bingo Hall and Casino.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a pretty big bingo hall, and the way they make it look, show looks dope, man. It was great.
And this is just kickboxing?
Yeah, it's just kickboxing. Amateur kickboxing, and yeah.
That's crazy. And didn't you say you were at yoga before this?
No, I was supposed to do yoga, but I didn't get much sleep last night. I got home very, very late. And so I said, screw it. Shouts out Martin Trend. I can't pronounce your last name. Sorry, bro. But Martin, shouts out.
Is yoga something that you're trying to incorporate with everything?
Yeah.
Physical.
It's I'm trying to get at it because it's, I don't know. I find myself whenever I'm on the ground or whenever I'm working pads for stand up that my legs, my hips, everything's all stiff. You know what I mean? And so I feel that yoga, hot yoga especially, would definitely help out my flexibility and whatnot, because it's hard for me to hit certain submissions. I'll try and pop up a triangle on somebody, and next thing you know, I'll start getting a cramp right in my underneath my thigh, and it's come on, come on, man, you gotta finish the submission, and then the pain will just be too much, and then I'll just let go, and yeah, I'm trying to avoid that now. So That's why I'm trying to take the yoga route. Everyone that does it tells me it's great.
Yeah.
Makes me feel a lot better. So
that's what I hear too. What was it? What else? I had a question and it escaped me. This happens all the time, bro.
No doubt. I hear you on that.
So when's your next competition for like Jiu Jitsu or whatever?
Well, Jiu Jitsu, like I said, is May 13th, Manitoba Open, and then I'm probably gonna do another IBJJF tournament probably later on in the year. But yeah, other than that, the Manitoba Open, May 13th. That's when I'll be competing. My first ever tournament is a blue belt, and it's not going to be an easy one by far.
When is where is that happening?
Oh my God, Windsor Park Collegiate. Someone asked me this last week, and I just went blank because I couldn't remember the name of the school. But
Windsor Park Collegiate.
Windsor Park Collegiate. Shouts out to Professor Jeff.
Professor Jeff
Herc.
Yeah, man. I don't know what else to say, bro. I really want to thank you because you've been involved with a lot of the things that we've been putting out, and it's good to hear feedback because you know that there's always like there's a number of people who see your stuff that you post, but there's only a small there's a few small percentage that actually give you feedback. Which is it's nice to get feedback. So
yeah, most definitely.
Andrew, do you want to say anything?
When are you gonna get the black belt?
When are you gonna get a black belt? When are you gonna get a red belt, man?
I'm not gonna dignify that with a response, man. That's out of my element. That's out of my league.
I heard you have to be like a crazy ass MMA dude to get that red belt. Like
you have to be an MMA dude to get a red belt.
Like,
what?
No, you have to do like MMA like your whole life basically in order to grab that red belt.
I don't think that's true. It's a fucking long journey, but I don't think you got to involve your life around MMA.
That's what I heard.
MMA helps you get the belt faster, maybe.
Coral belt.
Yeah, the coral belt. Yeah. Who's telling you that, Tristan? Was it Tristan? Shouts out Tristan from WAMA, and shouts out WAMA, Professor Curtis. But yeah, was it him?
No. It wasn't.
Sorry, what is it? What gym do you train out of again?
Gracie Humatai, Winnipeg. Shouts out GHW. We don't quit. Shouts out Professor Daniel Cobb and the rest of the black belts. My wolf pack, all that good shit.
And Tristan is where does he train at a different place?
Yeah, he trains at WAMA.
Okay.
They're also a great gym. Shouts out WAMA. Winnipeg Academy of Mixed Martial Arts.
Have you ever rolled with him?
Never. I hope to though.
In the streets, yo.
Oh no.
On a cardboard box.
On a cardboard box, yeah. We'll set it up just like that.
Doing flying elbows and stuff.
Me and Angela will commentate.
Yeah, we'll do it.
There it is.
I'll sound like JR, and then you could sound like the king or whatever, like puppies or something like.
That's hilarious.
A bunch of guys rolling around like puppies.
Puppies. No, Tristan's got some serious jits though. Shouts out to him.
Do you ever watch these fake grandmaster type people, and then they put them against like somebody who's a legit like martial artist?
Oh, the fake black belts.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like the fake Aikido versus like like an actual MMA guy.
Man, the fake black belts. I'm glad they're getting exposed, man. It's like the stupidest thing. That's the stupidest thing you could do is front to be a black belt in something you're not. You know what I mean? These guys, whether it be karate, taekwondo, Jiu Jitsu, or whatever, you know what I mean? These guys work on. It's a journey to get your black belt in any martial art, man. You know, it just doesn't come easy. It takes hard work and shit. Like hell, getting a blue belt was hard work. You know what I mean? And just like. I don't know. That's just stupid. It's a slap in the face for any black belt that's ever, you know what I mean, broke his arm or, you know what I mean, got injured seriously while attempting to get his, you know, go on that journey to get his black belt. Why would you fake something like that? And I'm glad the ones that get exposed get hurt too. I'm fucking glad they get hurt. It's like, you're a black belt, eh?
And the look on their faces when they get exposed.
Oh man, it's
like,
ridiculous.
Like, how could she slap? how can she slap me like that kind of face? Yeah.
There's this one dude in particular. He exposed a fake black belt, rolled with him, and just got pissed at him instantly. He's like, why are you trying to pretend to be a black belt? You know what I did to get my black belt? I broke my arm, I broke my shoulder, I broke my leg. I trained MMA. I fought MMA to get my black belt, and you know what I mean? And just told that guy straight, next time you walk into this gym, if I ever let you back, you come back wearing a fucking white belt. Yeah.
So how do they know when to give you, like, when you move on to the next level with like jiu-jitsu? Like, how is that process come about? Does somebody like evaluate you and like be like, okay, now you're ready for the next step?
Yeah, it's like you got your hip professor. Yeah, sorry, my tongue's getting caught. You got your hip professor or whatever, right? And he obviously tries to evaluate his students as much as he can, right? But there's a lot of students. You can't always evaluate every single one individually. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you just gotta scope around, and the more consistent you go, you know, that shows a lot, to be honest, because it shows you're putting in the work, you're putting in the dedication. Also, you know, he has his other black belts that watch, you know what I mean, that work with all the other students and whatnot, and I'm sure he gets feedback. Mm-hmm. So I don't really know the process to how they evaluate, but I know they watch you, they roll with you too, to also see where your skill level's at. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
So how do they tell you that you're like, oh, you're gonna get the blue belt? Like, they're like, oh, you're gonna get blue belt, or is it just like,
for us there was a list.
Oh, they post a list.
Yeah, they post a list.
Okay, so it's like you auditioned and then and it's like, yes, I'm on the list.
Yeah, and you know, they'll post a list, and it'll be like, say, 2 weeks before the actual belt test. You know what I mean? And the professor will tell you, like, just because your name's not on the list doesn't mean you still don't have a chance to, you know, maybe get on that list or whatever. So, and yeah, that was actually my story. My name wasn't on that list. I'm like, shit. I was like really bummed out. And then there was 2 weeks to go before the belt test, and I showed up every fucking day for those last 2 weeks, man. And yeah, next thing you know, my name's on that list. I was like, yeah.
Next thing you know, you're getting slapped by other people with their belts.
We all see that.
It hurt so much. It hurt. Well, no, I was fine.
It was worth it.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. Fuck, there was some dude, if I had the whole video, somehow it got deleted off my phone, but there was this one dude who got his blue belt. He just went like just shirtless type shit.
Whoa.
Just bare skin. Fuck. But he was a bigger man, you know what I mean? Probably 220. You know, 6'1", 6'2", 220. He was a bigger fellow. And yeah, but he got whooped though, shirtless. No gi on, no rash guard, nothing.
Do you do you ever get the feeling like when you're at a bar or something and somebody's like trying to mess with you and they don't know who, like, your background or anything, and you're like, I could totally fuck this guy up if I wanted to? You ever think like that?
Well, first off, I never go to a bar. That's just, or
like whenever, like, you know, you're out or something.
I know. Just making it clear, I don't do clubs. Pointless. But yeah. There's been a situation or two already where I've had to prove a motherfucker wrong. It's what you get.
It's what you get, man.
It's what you get. It's like, I'm not trying to look for a fight, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like going to boxing practice, knowing you're a boxer, and then going outside and seeing somebody try to fuck with you. You're like, you don't know shit.
Exactly.
You don't know shit.
It's like, you gonna put your dukes up? Oh, jeez. It's like, okay, come on, put them down, dude. I'm not trying to fight.
They put them up like that.
And they'll swing at you wildly. It's like, stop. You know what I mean? Slap their hand out of the way. It's like, stop, get out of here.
Then
man.
You do some fake Aikido. It's like,
fake Aikido.
So yeah, man. Now, any shout outs you want to give out?
Yeah, just my jiu-jitsu team, Gracie Humatai, Winnipeg. We doing it big, man. #1 school for jiu-jitsu. Anyone else can question that, but yeah, it's just how I feel. We got the #1 school for jits, man. We do the damn thing. Team Gojo, got to shout out them. That's my striking team right there. Coach Jesse Larrabee, Coach Joe Zaka. homeboy Sebastian, Bruce Rousen. What up, boys? That's about the gist of that.
Yo, man.
Wolfpack,
There
yeah.
it is.
The Wolfpack, baby.
So if you guys been listening this long, since the beginning, since CypherTalk came out, thank you for being on with us. I have to give a we're just goofing off right now.
No doubt.
I have to give a shout out to Canadian Footwear. We fit you. If you guys don't know, me and the homie Mark San Juan, we work at Canadian Footwear. He's a cobbler / shoe repair dude. I work with all the stock, making sure it gets out to the satellite stores, which you could also go to at Regent and also St. Vital. So Canadian Footwear, get your shoes there. We'll measure you up. We'll take care of you over there. And they also allow us to use this boardroom to record, so we don't get any disturbances.
So thank you. Thank you to that.
We're moving on up. Last
No
one
doubt.
we had with Vinny, we had a little bit of a
Campus security hassle.
Campus security.
Oh, man.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Also, I'd like to take this time to say legalize marijuana. Legalize it.
There it is. That's the next step. Okay, CypherTalk, the podcast. We're out. Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.